Welcome to Miniature Empires. I'm a big fan of creators like Hammer the Backlog and Boring and Battle Wargaming, and I'd like to start a similar kind of hobby blog, just to keep my momentum going. I like the idea of doing it quarterly, and this quarter I kind of had a rough start, didn't get to paint hardly anything January, February, just due to life and whatnot, so set a pretty hefty goal for March, and working through the wee hours of the night, I feel like I've accomplished everything I set out to accomplish. Without further ado, let's take a look and plan for next quarter. Ta-da! 92 models done. Pretty happy about that. First up are these battle cruisers by Soulforge Studios. Unfortunately, they're changing directions and they took all their old stuff down off their store, so I can tell you they're great models. They were fun to paint, very easy to put together, but there isn't a great way to get access to them currently. These were the basic cruisers. I just kind of put on whatever variety I kind of felt like, just going for diversity, so you can tell them apart in games like Warfleets and whatnot, which is probably what we used it for. Warfleets have been pretty fun so far. So these are lighter ships. These would be the medium ships in Warfleets. Fun to plate up. All of them had a similar methodology. Used a sponge to sponge on a couple of colors to kind of do like a nebula effect. These are the light ships. Then dry brushed chrome and hit them with oil. Oil wash Mars Black. Very fun, simple paint job. Got them out quick. These are the Minotaur suits, kind of like exosuits, power suits, depending on what system you're playing. Great miniatures by Table Hammer. Really enjoy all of Table Hammer's miniatures so far, pretty much. These were a blast to paint. I wish I were a better painter, but these were kind of painted fairly quickly. All of these were just low on time. You know, I really wanted to get something done, so this is by no means my best work, but pretty fast. Pretty happy with it too. I mean, for tabletop quality, A-okay with me. Love little guys with the shields and whatnot. Oh, these are the jump pack miniatures. They're the basic Legion kit, I think, with the added backpack. Would really love to get some special weapons for the squad, so I may expand it later if some of those become available. These guys are a little darker too, just to help them stand out. They kind of got more of a black than just the once-over black speed paint. I think I did 2 coats on them. These are the Hammerers. Good solid unit in games like OPR. Fun to put in transports and uses kind of like a counter charge force. And again, these are just kind of based off the standard Legion kit, I think, with a couple extra options from maybe a couple other releases from Table Hammer, but pretty easy to come up with. These are special weapons. I believe those are rail guns or rail rifles. Next up are beam weapons. I'm using them as like sea beamers and whatnot. And then this next set also kind of looks like a beam rifle, but I've been using them for Meltas. I like these little variant guns, pretty fun. Basic Legion models, really like these guys. Got a lot of cool angles, good appropriate dwarf helmets and hand weapons, solid gun design. A lot of fun to paint, very good model for a speed paint if you need a bunch of dwarves quickly. I really enjoyed them. Though I am thinking that maybe next quarter I'm going to have to plan in a better Lazy Susan here. So this is what I'm looking to do next quarter. I've got my future goals, which aren't in this quarter. I've got the ones I have selected for this quarter, and I've got the ones that I completed last quarter. I've got a little point system assigned here. I figure a point is worth maybe 5 work days or 2 weekends, just in kind of what time you can get here and there, what you could sneak in. I don't know. This is an experiment. I figured 2 points per week, but not every week will work out, so just saying 20 points. So, to start off, there's some fun stuff here. Just some test paints of this demo model from Daka Store. Pretty cool set. Looking forward to it. Also might test paint up some of these kind of retro dwarves from Hardcore Miniatures. look pretty cool. These aren't their photo, but I think you get the point. Pretty cool bike, though. That's awesome. I may have to paint one of these. Another one of the goals is to paint up an artillery vehicle by Forged in Fury Miniatures. Like the aesthetic look of this thing. We'll probably also be using this hull for transports and whatnot as well. I've got a bunch of those planned, so I've marked them as a 3 over here. Another table hammer miniature, Buffalo. I've got this one already printed out. I got to do a couple of piece reprints. I got stuck to the supports and snapped off because it's a little thin where it connects there. But it looks like a great model. Excited to get it put together. We'll probably kind of come up with some inspiration to paint it in Q3 maybe. Just got some minor tasks. I want to magnetize the troops I've painted so they can stick to the bottom of their little storage container. I've got some bug miniatures that you'll see a painted version up here in just a bit, but I think they need a little bit more color maybe in the carapace, so I'm going to try out some stuff, just put it down for like a half day or whatever. I've got some I've also got some vehicles ready that my friend wants to paint for me, so I've got to get those out of my shop, cleaned up, and probably going to magnetize them a bit, force him his way to practice some painting. I've also got some shelves I've got to put up, as I ever need growing amount of storage for my projects, and some cool paint racks to build. But I'll be painting some more of these infantry. These are my other guys and the bug I mentioned previously. Just adding more regular infantry guys to the horde. Also, I've got a few specialists planned in for this mix. This is an example of one of them, but I've also got a medic and a sniper planned. Looking at using these Sentinels by Nate Fema. Printed them off already. They look great. May try to magnetize them. Magnetizing may pose some challenges, but should be fun. Also like to get my hands dirty with Blender. I'd like to make some of these turbines like the leader has for a number of other heads in this line, so I could have a veteran corps with some cool turbines. Another Nate Fema vehicle. I'd like to get this printed out and a test version painted up. Then I'm also looking to build in some terrain. I need a couple more pieces of terrain for my table. Looking to build towards having a couple of few house armies that are fully built out so I can start doing battle reports for systems like War Surge, Xenos Rampant, Grimdark Future, and also on the fantasy side. I actually kind of feel like I'm really missing my fantasy side here, but these are the ones I've got printed off that are filling up my little storage containers at the minute, so maybe after Q3 we'll get some fantasy goals up here as well, but I think this is a solid start. Let me know what game systems you'd like to see battle reports in. I'm really kind of a meta goal of getting a battle report out by the end of the year. Hopefully maybe more than one, but we're starting small. Yeah, let me know what you're working on. Let me know if you came up with any system like this, or if you found a better kind of way to do this than Trello. Maybe there's other systems there. I'd really wish these little points would add up so I could check my 20 against what was there, but I know I'm a little bit over. Anyway, like and subscribe. If you're interested, you can follow along on more weekly progress on my Instagram account. Link in the description. And until next time, may your tabletop armies be victorious.